Okay, so this is a Zippo lighter. When you first buy them, they come empty, and so you have to fill them up with some kerosene with liquid fuel. So these Zippo lighters, they're different than other types of common lighters in that they use liquid fuel. So versus like a pressurized fuel like butane. And that's actually the main reason why these types of lighters are preferable for camping or hiking, especially when it comes to high altitude and very cold temperatures. That's where this liquid fuel type of lighter would actually work rather than, the alternative, the butane lighters, they might not work at those in those conditions. So yeah, REI sells Zippo lighters as their like the only lighter that REI sells is a Zippo lighter. And so yeah, there is that pro to using liquid fuel. So also another aspect about these lighters is maintenance. Maintenance is, it's actually pretty stringent. After, especially if you like to light it a lot and you warm up the body that gets nice and warm, it speeds up the evaporation of the liquid fuel. So these lighters, you might have to refill them every, once a week or twice a week. And then they get to the point where, they turn on for a minute and then they'll kind of go, the flame will disappear. It'll just be a little tiny ember down there, still be on, but just a very small amount. So yeah, Zippo does make a small little buddy refuel container that's, sealable. It has an O-ring on there. And so you're not going to get evaporation happening like you would in the actual lighter. And so yeah, those little refuel containers are $10 on Amazon. But yeah, REI, the only lighter that REI sells is the Zippo lighter, and for good reason, like I said. So yeah, butane, they might not work, low temperatures, high altitude, and also the other type of lighter, which is the arc, the battery powered lighter. They also have the caveat where when you have very low temperatures, it does affect the functionality of the battery. Batteries don't work as well, especially lithium batteries. They might not work as well, at high altitudes, low temperatures. You might get some premature battery drain happening there, or just it not working altogether, not holding a charge very long. So yeah, this lighter is these Zippo lighters are most definitely a preference for those specific conditions. So now, if this gets wet, I'm not sure about how, effective this will be after it's wet. If it'll light after it's wet, I have no idea about that aspect of it. But yeah, maybe that's where, you have the arc lighter, where, if it gets wet, it would still work. Now, in combination of extreme cold temperature and high altitude, those are other factors aside from just simply it getting wet. So yeah, every lighter has its pros and cons. The Zippo lighter has the Zippo brand does offer inserts where you could swap out this insert for a butane, a single flame, double flame, or the arc battery powered insert. And so yeah, but overall, these lighters are preferable for specific conditions. So much so that REI, this is the only lighter that REI sells. Um, uh, Also, too, the flint is down here. You just open it up right here. This little thing opens up. I kind of tightened it with a screwdriver, so it's a bit hard to open up by hand. And also, too, if you really push down the felt pad, it might be hard to lift it up without any kind of tool. But yeah, and also, too, the wick, it comes out, it goes in like in an S-shaped kind of pattern. So you're able to, when the wick starts to turn too charred or too black, you could pull it out and just clip it at the very level at the top of the lighter. And that's how you would renew the wick. So yeah, I found this lighter, and I was looking into, some type of hiking or camping lighter that, would be a good lighter to have. And it turns out that these Zippo lighters they have, their pros for those specific conditions. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about in this lighter, in this video. So I found this. I was walking around a downtown area, and this was just on the ground. And it turns out that this brand new is about 120 bucks. But I don't think I could, would be able to sell even this used thing on eBay to anyone for. I don't think it would sell for that much. But yeah, anyways, besides that, it was pretty interesting to see that the value of this is in the $100 range, which you could actually get a Zippo on Amazon for 10 bucks. So that's pretty good. But that's with Amazon Prime, so you get free shipping. I'm not sure how much shipping would cost if you don't have Prime. But yeah, I've had Prime. I'm disabled, so I get a special discount for people that meet certain criteria. And so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so yeah, Zippo lighters. Zippo also too, they also make a different type of case that's a little bit thicker, and you could tell it has like a armor shield on the bottom right corner of it. And they also have different finishes, and I find that the most durable finishes, I don't know, they don't really list that any of the lighters on the Zippo webpage. They don't really list any of their lighters that have the specific finish I was looking for. But you can have it custom ordered, special ordered, but you have to order a minimum quantity of, like 100 lighters in order to have that special finish applied to it. So the finish that I'm more specifically interested in is the PVD. I think it's phosphate vapor deposition, which is the new technology that's used in firearms, and in a lot of different ways beyond firearms. It excels in rust prevention. It's the most recent technology that we have. So yeah, PVD coating on a Zippo lighter would be probably the best way to go if you could find that. I don't know. I haven't seen any specific listings on Zippo that state PVD coating. I've only seen it on their in their catalog as a option in the customize it section of the catalog. So yeah, that's it. That concludes this video. This had some oxidation, some marks on it. This is just solid brass. And so I was able to clean it up. It's kind of gotten a little bit dark after a bit of usage, but I just use some kitchen cleaner. I use something called Barkeeper's Friend, and it works for stainless steel, for brass, for a bunch of different types of surfaces, and it really works very well at removing like surface contamination, especially like on pots and pans. It really shines them up. So yeah, I'm thinking about cleaning it a little bit more, maybe buffing it out a little bit more, maybe with some power tools, and just finishing it up. That'd make it look nice again. So yeah, that concludes the video.